fact that you're so real and you genuinely don't need them for anything is shocking this person, okay? Whoever this person is, Pisces, they got a certain way of going about things in life where they get control, okay? They have ties, strings attached to the people that they are connected to or the people that they want to associate to. But it's like, yeah, you're giving them the cold shoulder, Pisces. You're looking the other way. It's like you genuinely don't need them for anything. And the fact that you're so real with them, it's like they're not used to that, Pisces. They're not used to the kind of realness and rawness and authenticity and unfilteredness that you bring to the table, okay? Because you don't want anything from them. You don't need anything from them. Like, you're good, okay? You're a king. You got it on your own. You got 2 swords, Pisces, for a reason, all right? You gotta cut out a lot of people from your life. You gotta lay down the law, Pisces, okay? I have no idea who this person is to you. I don't even know who I'm channeling for right now, but yeah, Pisces, 2 of Wands. I feel, Pisces, like you're kind of just bored, okay? You're bored of the nonsense. You're bored of people's games, okay? All these flip-floppers, dibble-dabblers poking around, curious, just like, people that are just cruising by in life. They don't really know why they're doing what they're doing or what they want out of the situation, Pisces. It is what it is, okay? This is why God blessed you, or the divine blessed you, or your higher self blessed you with 2 swords, Pisces, so that you cut it, okay? Because that's what you gotta do, Pisces. Even after you learn certain lessons in your life, you're still going to have to use the lessons and the tools that you learned, during those challenging times. Because that's the thing, Pisces, lessons will come back around. And even if you learned it in a moment of weakness or in a moment of confusion, you may backslide a little bit. So you got to use the tools, Pisces, that you've learned to harness, okay, throughout all these disappointments and lessons and challenging times. So Pisces, I just get that, like no BS. Like, you got a no BS filter, Pisces, and there's a lot of people getting cut out your life. There's a lot of people that you're vetting and you're just looking at them like you're full of ish, okay? Like, this is not going to get past you. King of Swords, Pisces, you're not even being emotional about it. You're not even being, like, sometimes Wands energy makes you a little bit reactive, okay, or instinctual. But with the King of Swords, you're being full on rational, logical. This makes sense, this don't make sense, okay? Like, not even about, oh, I have a certain feeling or my intuition is telling me this. Like, no, you're just trying to make sense of the situation and you're being very logical. And Pisces, people don't like that, okay? Let me tell you right here, right now, people don't like that, okay? The fact that you can smell their ish from a mile away, okay? They don't like that, Pisces, because they have carefully crafted an identity or a personality that can get them what they want when they want it, okay? So when it doesn't work on their next prey or their next victim, turns out Pisces is a predator. Turns out Pisces is not a cute little fishy. Pisces is a real shark, okay? So it's like they're meeting someone who's so real, so authentic. You don't need anything from them. So it's not like, it's like you're not really up for the games. It does not worth your time or your energy or your investment. And now we got the Emperor here again, Pisces. Dang, yeah, you laid down the law for sure, Pisces. And again, if this is your reading, you're going to know who you are. If it's not your reading, you already know. Don't make it fit. Queen of Pentacles in the reverse, Pisces. Some people have tried to abuse and use and take some of what you have to offer, your resources, opportunities that you have, money. I don't know, maybe you own multiple businesses. Maybe you have a position of leadership. Maybe you have a lot of resources. Maybe you're a resourceful person. But this tells me, Pisces, whoever you are, whether male or female, you've already built your queendom, okay, or your kingdom. And so they kind of want to take, Pisces, and you may have been very generous in the past, because the Queen of Pentacles in the reverse can be someone who's overly giving. So Pisces, just be careful, just make sure that you're doing what's best for you every single time, Pisces. Everyone, whether you consider them to be a good person or a bad person or a whatever kind of person, everyone has their own best interests in mind. Okay, it's just how life works. It's survival, it's self-preservation. So you got to play for your own team. You got to make sure that you're good before anything or anyone, Pisces. And it's not a selfish way to think. If you think so, there's some work that you may have to do there, because you come first, Pisces, every single time. So general energy coming in is the Page of Pentacles. Do whatever you can, Pisces, to remain grounded. You don't have to get emotional. You don't have to get heated about the situation. You don't even have to explain yourself, okay? You don't owe them anything. Page of Pentacles is all about remaining grounded, Pisces, so that you can bring a vision or manifestation to life. It's one thing to dream, to imagine, to plan, to envision, but you have to be grounded enough, centered enough to actually bring it about. You have to be practical. What are the things that you have to do on a daily basis to make happen what you want in your life? Remain in power, remain in control. Be mindful of what you're watching, what you're consuming, you know, in music, in content, because yeah, Pisces, energy rubs off, okay? And that energy may turn into thoughts, that then turn into words, that then turn into actions. And you just got to be conscious in what direction are you going. Yeah, just check in with yourself, Pisces. Again, I don't know for who I'm reading right now, but it just came in. I wasn't even planning to read today. So let me go ahead and see if there's any other advice coming in for this devil, okay? It doesn't have to be a Capricorn. It could be a Capricorn, but I'm not really getting that. It's just someone who's toxic, okay? This person's a taker. They live a toxic lifestyle. They're toxic people, okay, or a toxic person. Card number 15, 1 + 5 is 6, okay? So some of you Pisces, you've been dealing with the person in this month of June, okay, month number 6, or you're still going through the energy or through the process of removing this person and this person's energy from your life, okay? And making sure that you're cutting all cords, all ties, Pisces, so that it's not interfering with what it is that you're trying to do with your life. You've already cut this person off and you're straight up giving them the cold shoulder. They're reaching out. Whoever this person is, Pisces, they don't take no for an answer, okay? So don't be surprised if they stick around. Don't think that that's because they care. That's only because they have a toxic way of being. They may not even understand why they're like that, okay? Pray for them if you feel the need to pray for them, you know? But yeah, you don't have to pity them, Pisces. You don't have to explain yourself, you know, just cut cords, okay? It is a numbers game, Pisces. You're going to meet people that are also like you, that are tired of the games and they're just kind of over it. And they're ready to just be upfront and be raw and be real and be honest, okay? But people are people. And sometimes, Pisces, you'll see a side of them, but your intuition is going to let you know, like, hey, something's up here. Right now, they're this person, but tomorrow, who are they going to be? Next week, who are they going to be? Next month, okay? Recognize the patterns. Because a lot of people, Pisces, in the moment, they're real. They believe their own ish, okay? That's why you feel like it's a real thing. But then there's the flip-floppers, okay? The dibble-dabblers, okay? So just, yeah, okay? Again, this is for whoever resonates with this reading. I don't know why it's coming in this way, but I'm gonna go ahead and clarify. See what else comes in. There's gonna be more content on the extended side, Pisces. I'm just trying to catch up here on YouTube because I'm gonna be posting a few more videos. Let's see here. We got the King of Wands in the reverse, the Eight of Pentacles in the reverse, and the Ace of Wands in the reverse. Ooh, okay. Pisces, this is a person that you don't want to associate with, and these are the kinds of people that you need to be careful of, okay? Because these are like mosquitoes, okay? They're annoying, they're always around, they're always looking for blood, okay? They're looking for supplies, and that's how they live their life, okay? Not to judge them, but they're lower vibrational, so they feed off of other people's energy, okay? It is what it is, Pisces. It comes with ties. So if you want to be associated to that, Pisces, there's no judgment in that. You know, you may have to learn some lessons, or you may have to go through a certain lesson multiple times to finally come to a conclusion that that's not how you want to do things. But the thing is, Pisces, it's up to you, okay? You are the one to lay down the law. You're the one in power. You're the one that calls the shots. It's your life. It's your world. They're the ones that want to be a part of it. And so you get to set the terms and the conditions. But here's the thing, Pisces. You never want to negotiate with the devil. You never want to associate with a person that has this kind of energy. Because no matter what they say or what they do, their end goal, Pisces, is always going to be themselves, okay? And it's coming from a toxic place. So just know that if you associate with those kinds of people, you may get caught up in the crossfire. You may get caught up in collateral damage. So yeah, just Pisces, recognize the patterns. If this is your situation, you're gonna know who you are. If it's not your reading, please don't make it fit. Ace of Wands in the reverse. Yeah, Pisces, this whole thing is a flop, okay? Whatever this is. King of Wands in the reverse, they have a very big insecurity about themselves. Pisces, could be around their body, could be around their looks, okay? Not to say that they don't look good, but this could be a very insecure person where they project, okay, a certain kind of ego, but they're just egotistical or arrogant. Eight of Pentacles in the reverse, they don't want to do the work, they just want to take shortcuts. And Ace of Wands in the reverse, false start, okay? Whatever kind of spark or flame you feel, it's fake, okay? The devil. this is what they do. They offer a hand, but that hand comes with strings attached. Do you want to be tormented like that? Do you want to have those kinds of thoughts? Do you want to be associated to a person that makes you feel that way? Okay? It's up to you, Pisces, because this is the energy that they're currently connecting to. Not to say that this is a bad person, but this is what they're choosing to be in this moment. So again, whenever this reading reaches you, and if it's your reading, you're going to know who you are. That's the message that I'm getting. Let me go ahead and pull a few more cards for you. Holy Spirit, King of Swords for Pisces. Please clarify the King of Swords for Pisces. I just heard Pisces. Yeah, you lay down the law. They don't like that, Pisces. But this person doesn't take no for an answer. So don't think that the persistence is that they care or that they're changed, okay? Like, that persistence doesn't mean anything, Pisces. This person is all games, okay? Let them intercourse themselves, all right? Don't get involved with that energy, Pisces. Holy Spirit, please clarify the King of Swords for Pisces. What do you want Pisces to know? The Strength in the reverse. The Four of Wands. Oh, okay, Pisces. I just got a really clear message. This person, Pisces, was trying to affect your own sense of self-worth and your own sense of self-confidence. You triggered this. Whoever you are, Pisces, you're naturally confident. You're naturally good on your own. You're full, whole, and integrated, okay? And you have a level of assertiveness, a level of certainty within you that triggers people, okay? Like, they want to test those boundaries. They want to poke around. They want to see if it's bluff. They want to see if it's for real, okay? But this person tried to either humble you in a sense or attack your sense of self-worth or your sense of confidence. This is what they were aiming to do, Pisces, with their actions. But at the end of the day, they didn't realize that they're dealing with the King of Swords, and underneath the King of Swords, you're truly really an emperor, okay? Whether you're male or female, it doesn't matter. You're the one that lays the law, and they're coming to you. You're not going to them, okay? So again, you get to set the rules. This is your life, okay? And again, I'm just gonna say, Pisces, these kinds of people, it's not worth negotiating, okay? Yeah, you can cut a deal. Yeah, you can negotiate something, but it's not worth to keep these kinds of people around, because this is their nature, okay? Or at least that's the nature that they're choosing to, show up as. So Four of Wands, you get the last laugh, and it's not even about the last laugh, Pisces. There's a specific saying, Pisces, play dumb games, win dumb prize. At the end of the day, Pisces, you're going to be celebrating. You're going to be good, Pisces. You're about to be rewarded from the divine, from the universe, for your actions. Because what I'm seeing here is you already gave them the cold shoulder, okay? Whether you blocked, deleted, lay down the law, let them know what's up, been real with them. You don't even owe them an explanation or closure. Four of Wands, Pisces, you're going to be celebrating very soon. Let me go ahead and pull a few more cards. Okay, we got Death and Rebirth. Yeah, Pisces, you let this thing die, okay? You may have been the one to put this thing to rest, all right? Judgment in the reverse. Whoever this person is, Pisces, they're starting to question themselves for real, okay? This person is so much in their ego, and they're so caught up in the way that they do things that they don't even see the shortcomings. They don't even see, like, they can't even acknowledge themselves or what they're doing in their life, okay? Judgment in the reverse. They hold all these different facades. They wear all these different masks, and they don't realize, Pisces, that they're dealing with you, okay? You have a lot of experience in this area, and fortunately, Pisces, you have a very strong intuition, and it's not even really about your intuition right now. It's just about what's logical and what makes sense, okay? It's kind of like you're reading a contract, okay? Or you're about to go into a business deal. Like, you're really making sure that everything is clean, that everything makes sense. This is not a time to look past the details. This is the time, Pisces, where you're looking at every single detail and you look at every single loophole. Again, whether this is relationships, love, friendships, work, business, like, that's the analogy that I'm getting here. And yeah, Pisces, you can see them, okay? A devil has nothing against a King of Swords or anything against the Emperor, okay? These are all very dominant personalities, and I'm just hearing not in my house, okay? Like, just not in my house. Go do your thing. Go do it somewhere else. I'm not judging you, okay? I'm not judging who you are as a person, but go do it elsewhere. That's what I'm getting here, Pisces. So you may have told that person that, or you may have felt that way. But that's what I'm getting, Pisces. The Queen of Pentacles in the reverse. You don't have to give anything to them. You don't owe them anything. Holy Spirit, clarify the Queen of Pentacles in the reverse for Pisces. Clarify the Queen of Pentacles in the reverse for Pisces. Okay, we got the King of Cups in the upright, and we have the Queen of Wands in the reverse. This person, Pisces, wants to teach you some kind of a lesson that's gonna either affect your sense of self-worth, your confidence, or it's going to humble you in some way, okay? But they're trying to do it in a very toxic way, okay? Both of these cards are cards of confidence. They're cards of being seen. They're cards of knowing your worth and your value. This is what this person is trying to attack. So make sure that you understand, Pisces, what they're trying to do and why. And it looks like you do, King of Cups. It looks like you do. It looks like you already have that emotional intelligence and that emotional maturity to understand what they're doing. So you're not taking things personal, Pisces. I see you in a very strategic mindset, okay? I see you, Pisces, and I'm just letting you know, if this is your reading, you're gonna know who you are. King of Swords, you are intelligent, you have a sound mind, okay? You are very articulate, you know exactly how to take things apart. You know how to make sense of things, okay? King of Swords, you're extremely intelligent, you're fast, you're quick, okay? You're sharp, all right? King of Cups, you're also emotionally intelligent and emotionally mature. Pisces, the Emperor, you've mastered all 4 kings, okay? Like, what does this devil have up against you? Nothing, Pisces, but you don't want to associate with those kinds of people. So just, you know, if you got to leave in peace, you can leave in peace. Whatever you got to do, Pisces, death and rebirth, you let this thing, you put this thing to rest is what I'm getting, Pisces. You laid down the law. Yeah, Pisces, 2 of Wands, I'm getting you're bored, okay? You're bored of the situation. You're just done with it. Yeah, it's kind of like 2 different aspects of you are having a conversation here. It's kind of like this aspect of you is questioning, like, why are people like that? Why do people just waste their time like that? Why do people just play like that? Like, what do they actually get out of that? And then this King of Swords version of you saying, it doesn't really matter. I don't care. I just need to cut it out. Okay, not in my house is what I'm hearing. So Pisces, whoever you are, yeah, congratulations, Pisces, because it's not easy to get to this level, okay, where you're able to view things so objectively and not get caught up in emotions and not make things personal or take things personal or give things meanings that are going to be detrimental to you, okay? And you could just kind of remove yourself from the situation and be so strategic, Pisces, so emotionally intelligent and so strong that they don't really have anything against you, okay? Like, they really can't do much about it unless you allow it, okay? It's up to you, Pisces, but this is what they want to do, okay? This is who they are, okay? They view you as this, okay? But in reality, you're this, okay? They view you as carefree, okay? Maybe even childlike. They may think childish, okay? They may think naive, okay? Because the Fool is card number 0. This is how they view you, okay? So they think that they can do this to you and they can do this to you. But in reality, the whole time, the Fool is just the front. This is who is really behind the scenes. High Priestess, it's a Pisces. Hello, you're not gonna get anything past the Pisces. Pisces already knows, okay? Because Pisces, you're following and listening to your intuition, the Sun is going to lead to the happiest cycle of your life, Pisces. So don't get sad, don't get bitter, don't get spiteful, don't get angry, Pisces, because you got new opportunities coming your way and you need to conserve your energy. You need to stay in positivity. You can't let it affect you, okay? Remove all the triggers from your environment. If a certain song reminds you of that kind of a person, don't listen to it. If you have certain recommendations on your YouTube feed or your Instagram or your social media, you can remove them, okay? You can kill all the triggers. You can completely extract this person, uproot them from your life, and it's like it never happened, it never existed, okay? You don't even have to be mad at them, Pisces. You just gotta be logical and you gotta do what makes sense for you and where you wanna go. So, Holy Spirit, let me go ahead and clarify. It's pretty straightforward, to be honest. I don't think we need to clarify anything else. Let's see here. Yeah, 7 of Wands. We always get this card in your readings, Pisces, and I'm going to be very honest. The Pisces collective, one of the lessons that I've noticed like so strongly that always comes up with Pisces is boundaries, okay? You got to learn how to not only establish boundaries, but how to enforce them. And I don't want to sound like a broken record, okay? But this card always shows up and it always means the same thing. You don't just have to have boundaries, Pisces. You need to enforce them and there needs to be consequences, okay? It's not... It is a game. Like, life is a game, Pisces. But the thing is, if you have non-negotiables, if you decide not to play the game, if you decide not to feed it, it no longer exists in your reality. So you can completely cut the supplies off and let this die. That's exactly what you did. You put it to rest. There's nothing left here, okay? But you're starting to learn how to handle these situations, Pisces. So it's not going to make you anxious. It's not going to make you nervous. It's not going to make you think like, why is this happening again? That's no longer going to be an issue for you, Pisces. You're learning how to mature, and your biggest advice here, which is your general energy, is just stay grounded. Okay, keep doing you, Pisces. Queen of Wands, Queen of Pentacles in the reverse to the Strength in the reverse. They're trying to attack your character. They're trying to attack your self-confidence, your sense of self-worth. They kind of want to humble you, Pisces, when in reality, they're the ones that need to be humbled, okay? They're the ones coming to you. So I don't like this, Pisces. I don't like this, but this energy is focused on you. They are obsessed with you. So just have that in mind, okay? So if you get those thoughts, just know that it's normal, okay? And do whatever you can to kind of shift your mind in the right direction, okay? Where energy goes, or where attention goes, energy flows. Holy Spirit, tell me more about Judgment in the reverse. What do you want Pisces to know about the Judgment in the reverse? 8 of Cups. Yeah, you walked away, okay? You already walked away from this fake person. They got way too many masks, Pisces. You can't keep up with that. Ace of Pentacles, 6 of Cups, and we have one last card. The Fool again. You have walked away. 8 of Cups energy. They're still in the 6 of Cups. They haven't been able to get over the fact that you're the one that walked away. It's kind of like they want to have the last word, or they want to have the last laugh kind of situation, which is very immature. I'm getting you don't really care if they have the last word or the last laugh. You're already, like, you already put this to rest. You already set it on fire, okay? You're already done. You're already letting it sink, okay? It's like you destroyed it in 2 ways. You're burning it, and you're also letting it sink, okay? And now you're walking towards the sun, which is your happiness, Pisces. So yeah, 6 of Cups, they're still stuck on you, Pisces. But being stuck on you, or being obsessed with you, or trying to get back in your life and trying every single avenue, okay, that doesn't mean that they actually care. That doesn't actually mean that they changed. Like, you gotta acknowledge the behaviors, and you have to be able to detach yourself from the situation and see, like, what's actually really happening, okay? Like, what do they actually really want, okay? So yeah, I mean, Pisces, people are people. If you let them, they're gonna do it, okay? Whether you consider them to be a good person or a bad person, if you let them, they're going to do it, okay? That's just people, Pisces, so you just gotta do you. Let me go ahead and pull a few messages, see what else comes in. Holy Spirit. Pisces, and you're a witness that I'm shuffling these cards, okay? It's like 100 and something cards, and every single time we pull the same card. So you're witnessing me shuffling these cards. Let's see what else comes in. Yeah, some of the messages are repetitive, Pisces. So it means that you're either dealing with the same people, or I'm channeling for the same people, or the same lessons apply. Holy Spirit, what are your messages for Pisces in regards to this reading? What are your messages for Pisces in regards to this reading? Cold, okay? Yeah, they think you're cold, Pisces, and 1111. You're about to get lucky, okay? Pisces, here's the thing. The universe is recognizing a pattern shift within you, okay? And this is why you're about to get lucky, okay? You're about to be aligned with every single synchronicity, every single green light in your life, okay? And some of you already are. So keep your vibration high, keep your energy positive, okay? Let them think that you're cold. Let them think that you're this or that. Let them think that, okay? It's okay. All right, you need to stay healthy. You need to do the things that you need to do. Holy Spirit, give me some more messages for Pisces, please. In regards to this reading, what do you want Pisces to know? What do you want Pisces to know, Holy Spirit? Ooh. Prioritize, Pisces. Every time you get the same card. Yeah, it's Pisces. View life as a business deal, okay? You gotta prioritize the things that you need to do. You have to be organized enough to know what goes where and what means what, okay? Because this is all about, Pisces, not giving things a certain kind of meaning that is not gonna benefit you, and not getting caught up in emotions, because it can cloud your vision. So as long as you can stay cold, Pisces, you're gonna be good, all right? Like, that's what I'm getting. I don't know why it's coming in that way. Because even the King of Cups, even though he represents water, he can still be very detached from the emotions. It's like he can understand the emotions, he can feel the emotions, but he doesn't have to act on them. He doesn't have to, like, you know, he can be very kind of like off to the distance. Yeah, it's still, yeah, there's an element of coldness. I mean, I don't know what other way to describe that. Tell me more, Holy Spirit. Toxic, yeah, we already know that. We have the devil here. boundaries, okay, exactly. That's the Seven of Wands. This is always going to be the card of protection, boundaries, and yeah, having haters around. When you're doing something in life, Pisces, that is worthwhile, you're going to have some resistance, okay? You're going to brush up against certain characters or certain kinds of people in life. They're going to test you, okay? And it's just the universe testing you, Pisces, to see if you're ready, to see if you learned the lesson, to see how you're going to handle the situation, to see what kind of energy are you going to give off, how are you going to handle it, okay? So just know, Pisces, that you may get a little test here and there, okay? But I'm getting you're good, okay? You're set. As long as you can stay grounded and cold, Pisces, you're going to sail right through. Very smooth. 11-11, okay? Keep your vibration high so that you can catch all the synchronicities, all the good luck, all the positive things, all the green lights in your life, okay? Keep your boundaries strong. Keep the toxic people away. It's kind of like, Pisces, you might as well not tell them that you know, okay? You might as well just play dumb a little bit, okay? Because these people, Pisces, once they know that you know, okay, it's a different kind of dynamic. They try to get more slick. They try different kinds of strategies. But if you kind of let them know, like, hey, I didn't notice that, you know, you just kind of play dumb, like, okay, you kind of just laugh it off, nothing to see here, and they'll probably go away, okay? They'll move along to another victim. But yeah, if you kind of trigger them, Pisces, they may want to retaliate. So just, you know, handle it appropriately, okay? I don't know what kind of person you're dealing with, but with the devil and toxic, and the King of Wands in the reverse, okay? Yeah. This is not someone that you want to have in your life, in any area of your life, okay? Whether family, business, friendships, relationships. These are the kinds of people, Pisces, that if you see those mosquitoes, you either want to spray something or you want to move away, okay? You want to just go indoors, okay? You want to maybe just go to a different place. But yeah, because these people are drawn to blood, okay? They smell it, they come, and that's what they want. They want some kind of supplies. They want to feed. So if you cut that supplies, Pisces, they're just going to move along. Spirit, give me a few more cards for Pisces. Give me a few more cards for Pisces. And then we got lucky here, okay? So yeah, Pisces, 100 and something cards, and look how many synchronicities we have. You're about to get lucky, okay? 11-11. So keep your vibration high. Keep the mosquitoes away. Holy Spirit, give me a few more messages for Pisces. Give me a few more messages for Pisces. Believe it to see it. Yeah, you got better things to do, Pisces. Your attention and your energy needs to be channeled. Believe it to see it. There's something that you're working on. There's something that you're manifesting. Let that be your main point of focus. If you notice your mind is drifting with thoughts, or it's just kind of wondering, okay, give it something to do, Pisces. Bring your mind back into what you're trying to do, whether you have to visualize what is it that you're trying to manifest, whether you have to work out or do something, you know, keep your mind healthy, keep your mind grounded, believe it to see it. Something's about to happen for you, okay? But you got to keep your mind on track, okay? Take action. This is what you need to use your mind and your energy for, not to fight off these mosquitoes, okay? But to make something happen for yourself. Tell me more, Holy Spirit. What does Pisces need to take action on? Holy Spirit, what does Pisces need? So I don't know if I'm going to leave that question for the extended, because that's going to be different things for different people. So if that resonates with you, I'm going to answer that question in the extended, because I don't want to make it super specific. So I'm going to put this up here, and we're going to ask, what does Pisces need to take action on? Let me write that down. So again, Pisces, that's going to be different things for different people. That's why I don't want to answer that question. What messages do you have for Pisces in regards to this reading? What messages do you have for Pisces in regards to this reading? Get out of your head. Better options coming in. Yes, Pisces. And ghosted. They feel ghosted by you, Pisces. But the thing is, you didn't ghost. You put it to rest. You cut it. Okay? You extracted the root of the issue. Okay? It's no longer in your life. And you got rid of it, okay? They think they got ghosted, but the truth is, Pisces, you put this thing to rest. You laid down the law, okay? You set a new boundary, and you honored that boundary, okay? You showed them what's up. Hey, this is the boundary. You didn't respect it. Let me go ahead and enforce it, and these are the consequences. Okay, that's it. You play dumb games, you win dumb prizes, okay? There you go. They're a champion of winning these dumb games. Go ahead and see what Spirit has for you. I'm going to pull advice, hidden challenges, what you need to take action on, and we're going to dive deeper in the extended, because I know that doesn't resonate for everybody. Life. Okay. The moon. You already know what to do. Even if you're navigating the unknown, Pisces, you already know what to do. Look out for the signs, the synchronicities, because the universe is communicating with you, Pisces. Card number 18, 1 + 8 is 9. Okay, 9 are conclusions. You're done. Okay, you're wrapping up cycles, you're cutting people out. Okay, you're not doing it with hard feelings, there's no water underneath the bridge. You're good. You just got to do what you got to do. That's it. The moon is illuminating you, Pisces. A lot of people know that the sun is not the moon, okay, but you can still see with the moonlight. All right, so what I'm getting here, Pisces, is most people wouldn't be able to recognize or acknowledge certain things, but you have a divine connection with the moon. Okay, so you can see things that other people can't see, or other people wouldn't recognize, or other people would just brush off, right? If you really look at it, Pisces, the moon gives you enough light to figure it out. Okay, so yeah, I like this message, Pisces. I really do, because you have a strong intuition. Whether you're really good at just recognizing patterns, or whether you have a very strong intuition, whichever way you want to put it, it works for you. You do it good, Pisces. So don't doubt yourself. Don't doubt your gifts, okay? Don't let other people get in between you and who you are, okay, and who you know yourself to be. Like, just do you, Pisces. Moon, illusions, hidden truths, the unknown, trusting your intuition, facing your fears, the watery nature of the unconscious mind, mystery, symbolism and metaphor, perception, uncertainty, dreams. When we're faced with uncertainty and illusion, it can feel like we're drowning. Trust that you will be okay. Even if you can't seem to distinguish up from down right now, you stop struggling to see that which you simply cannot see because it remains obscure behind shadows of the moonlight. You will experience a deep release that will allow you to float to the surface of your truth. The moon card asks you to go within, find comfort in darkness, and to calmly listen to the whispers of your own intuition. There is divinity and magic here. When you fall into the moon's still waters, your inner wisdom will embrace you and push you towards the light. She will reinvigorate your creativity and resurrect your spark as long as you go beyond your own fears to find her. Dive into her healing embrace. Breathe past insecurities and let her dimly lit magic guide you home. I just got chills here. I am safe, and I reach new levels of unconscious knowing as I surrender to the will of the universe, okay? So yeah, Pisces, you're not fighting it. You're not taking it personal. You're not resisting it. You're not plotting a revenge, because I know that you can and you would get them good, okay? You're not doing any of that, Pisces. You're just allowing the moon to kind of show you the way. You're just floating, okay? You're allowing things to just kind of figure themselves out as you do your own thing. So yeah, remain cold, Pisces, in a good way. Cold means cool, calm, and collected. It doesn't mean that you're repressing or suppressing certain sides of you. That's not what cold means, Pisces. Cold allows you to think clearly, okay? Cold allows you to be calm. So it's a good thing to be cold, okay? Don't let anyone tell you otherwise. Okay, if they're telling you, oh, Pisces, you should be like this, you should be warm and friendly. Okay, yeah, they got the warm and friendly Pisces. Now they get the cold Pisces. It is what it is. Holy Spirit, what other messages do you have for Pisces in regards to this reading? What other messages do you have for Pisces in regards to this reading? Knight of Swords, you're on a mission. Page of Wands, take action. 5 of Wands, Pisces. Expect some kind of resistance from some kinds of people, Pisces. Expect people, and just know, okay, at least you're prepared now, that some people may try to challenge you. Some people may try and push your boundaries. Some people may try to see how much they can get away with, okay? So expect to brush up against some of these people, okay, in life. But don't worry, Pisces. You're a Knight of Swords, okay? You're not a part of this crowd. You don't want that fire. You're on a mission for something different, for something else. So Pisces, don't tell people what you're up to. Don't tell people what you want out of life. Don't even tell people what you're doing, okay? Knight of Swords, keep quiet. Do your thing, okay? There's nothing to see here. Don't call attention to you that is unnecessary. 5 of Wands, because these people, Pisces, these little mosquitoes, they're out there, okay? And they can be very annoying to get rid of, okay? Until you just smack it, okay? Or you could just move away, okay? You could just go on that bike and you're just gonna go super fast and they're not gonna be able to catch you. So that's it, Pisces. Do your thing. Page of Wands, take action. What is it that you're needing to take action on, Pisces? Because all of that energy, all of that focus, all that time and attention that you're no longer allowing this person to siphon from you, where are you gonna put that, okay? Where are you gonna channel that, Pisces? Yeah, Knight of Swords, you're ready, Pisces. You're on a mission. haste, streamlined decision-making, intelligence, wit, determination, saving the day, the pursuit of excellence, ambition, being assertive, and success. Pisces, yes, success is in the cards for you, okay? That's where your attention and time should go, Pisces. The Knight has one thing on his mind, and it's running towards his success. He's determined and passionate, articulate and intelligent, and he has an intensity that is hard to grasp. With the grace and speed of an athlete, he turns on a dime, and since he has no doubt in his sound logic, he succeeds. Are you bringing your belief and competitive assertiveness to your situation? How determined are you to accomplish this and to charge ahead with your quick thinking and strategic decision making? Strive for excellence every single day in order to bring a little of his magic into your life. As with all powerful energies, you may run the risk of being overly forceful or domineering. Be careful not to hurt others with your impatience to win. If you're feeling scattered, distracted, or blocked, spend time organizing your thoughts and make sure that all your energy is hurtling in the same direction, okay? I move quickly to help others, and as I do, my dreams expand. So Pisces, intuitively, what I'm getting here is focus on expanding your dreams, okay? You don't really have to help other people. If you want to help other people, you can, but make sure that you're focusing on yourself. And Pisces, look, we got all three here, okay? We got the Queen of Swords, the Knight of Swords, and the King of Swords, okay? Pisces, you are in your power at this time, so use this mental power, use this energy, use this clear-headedness to achieve the things that you want, okay? Don't let people, Pisces, drift you away from your goals so that all this mind power is not wasted on them, okay? You can't waste this kind of power, this kind of mind power, this strategic thinking on them. And that's the thing, that's how you know you're powerful. When you know that you can do something, but you don't have to do it to prove yourself. Right? That is the kind of power that people can't take away from you, right? That's why in the beginning of the reading, I was hearing you're so real, so authentic, so raw, and the fact that you don't need anything from them and you don't want anything from them, that is so powerful, Pisces, that you may not even realize the kind of leverage that you have over the situation. But again, why would you want to negotiate with this kind of a person? You don't, okay? You'll encounter people like that. Preferably stray away. If you can't, then yeah, you can negotiate, you can figure it out. The best thing you can do, Pisces, is just show them who you are. If they respect that, they respect it. If not, then you go your own way, okay? Page of Wands. It is time for action, Pisces, but this action can't just be instinctual, okay? It has to be thought through. It has to be strategic. It has to make sense, and it has to lead to the outcome and the result that you want. It's not just taking action off of passion and excitement, like the Page of Wands. This is why these two cards are together, okay? Use the strategy, the clear thinking, the confidence, the determination of the Knight of Swords, but also use the enthusiasm and the excitement of the Page of Wands. And together, you're gonna get what it is that you want. That's why you have to prioritize, and you also have to take action, but also remain grounded, okay? So that you don't get caught up, okay? Because Pisces, you can bring the heat, right? Pisces are feisty, they're spicy, I know that. But what good is it gonna do you, Pisces? You might just start a fire, okay? You may just feed the fire that's already there. Nine of Swords at the bottom of the deck. Pisces, if you're going back and forth between a choice that you know that you have to make, just do it, Pisces. I know it sounds so cheesy, okay, because everyone would just do it if it were that easy. But it's not about it being easy, okay? It's not going to be easy, but it's going to be simple, okay? If you do it, if you make the decision, you're going to get what you want. Knight of Wands. Ensure, Pisces, that you're having fun at this time so that you keep your vibration high enough, but ensure that you're also staying grounded and also putting in the work and being patient as the fruits of your labor, Pisces, start to take shape, okay? Because you already got something going here, okay? It's only a matter of continuing to focus and prioritize and remain grounded, okay? Like that, I feel, Pisces, like the key, if you can take anything from this reading, Pisces, I feel like the key thing here is to remain grounded, okay? Because there's something here that you're doing that is important, that's gonna require your time, your energy, your resources, and your focus, okay? So make sure that these people that are trying to distract you, that are trying to test you, that you recognize it for what it is. It's not that they're bad people, they're just here to test you to see how well can you be grounded, how well can you stay centered and focused in the things that you want to create in your life, okay? I already see, Pisces, you have something going, okay? You already built something. So stay there, Pisces. Stay with it. Stay grounded, okay? This is for you. It's not for them. It's not about them, Pisces. It's your story. You're the main character. It's your world. If they're trying to enter your world, Pisces, it doesn't mean that you have to let them in, okay? You don't owe them an explanation. You don't need to say it in a nice way. You don't even need to say sorry. You don't even need to give them closure, Pisces. You just need to do what's best for you. And that's going to be different for every single one of you. Manifesting new opportunities, beginnings, good news, ambition, skills and training, financial opportunities, new career paths, new connections, exploration stage, a beginner, earth magic, making plans a reality. She holds her mandala with a curious heart and roots into the bedrock to begin understanding the manifesting essence that we all have. Remember when you thought you could be an astronaut? Go ahead and ground that energy before it dissipates. We activate practical magic with our hopes and we pull energy up from the earth to bring it into form. Progress happens one life stage at a time, and you must anchor into the details while simultaneously keeping your head in the clouds to dream. There may be pieces that still need to fall into alignment, but that doesn't mean that they aren't going to arrive. You're in the perfect place to figure out how to make your prosperity a reality. Seek confidence and dependability, and remember that you hold this power no matter where you stand today. New perspectives and upgrades of consciousness are on the way, so use your plans for the future and expedite its arrival. I can be practical and realistic and still run ahead to meet my dreams. Ooh, Pisces, yeah, you got this. Pisces, you're mastering two very important and two very different areas of your life. You're mastering the 3D and you're mastering the 5D. You're manifesting and you're also materializing. So congratulations, Pisces, because a lot of people don't have the knowledge or the tools to do that. Okay, so whoever I'm speaking to, like, I see you, I see that you're doing it. It's happening for you. Okay, at the end of the day, Pisces, the only thing that matters is the results and the outcomes. That's how you're gonna know if what you're doing is working. So that's what I'm getting, Pisces. There's no need to be confused. There's no need to wonder or try and figure out why someone is doing something. There's no reason to take it personal. It's not whether they're good or bad people. It's not even about that. It's about you. What do you want? Okay, what kind of results and outcomes do you want in the next week, in the next month, in the next 3 months? Like, what are you going to do today? Because that's what you're going to be living tomorrow. Pentacles, a need to balance many aspects of self, juggling obligations, equilibrium, seeking harmony. With all those roles and responsibilities that you've been juggling, you may be feeling a little imbalanced. Busy much? Maybe your calendar is totally overbooked and you're feeling the stress of being stretched in too many directions. You may be feeling the need to better balance dualities or opposing aspects of your life. Your time alone versus your time with others, or your material life versus your spiritual life. Make sure you aren't investing too many resources in one area at the expense of another, especially when both are equally as important. Even though this card suggests that you're likely able to manage it all, do you desire this much juggling? Put some of your precious energy into creating a balance that you absolutely love, one that will allow you time to work, play, love, and create. This equilibrium will not take from your reserves of energy, but will add to it. I create an equilibrium in my life that allows me to be my best self. Okay, that's your message, Pisces. And yeah, there's a lot that's coming in, but I'm gonna go ahead and move this over to the extended so that we can answer the important questions. What is it that you need to take action on right now? Hidden challenges, spirit's advice, and whatever else. The extended allows you access to all the extended videos. And again, that's only for the ones that do resonate. I'm getting a very specific message. If you're doubting whether you should be real with people, okay, because you're getting different kinds of reactions from people, just know, Pisces, that realness that you have is one of your best qualities, okay? So just know that, Pisces, and not everyone deserves it, okay? So if you gotta do what you gotta do, Pisces, to get to where you need to be, to get what it is that you want, you can do that, okay? As long as you're being real with yourself, okay? So yeah, just know that, Pisces, this world is not real, Pisces. Everyone has all these sides and everyone's flip-flopping. So the ability to be real and raw and not need anything from anyone, Pisces, that is rare AF. You're not common out there, okay? So just know how special that is. Just know how powerful that makes you and own that, Pisces. Own that, okay? Don't let them make you question yourself. Don't let them make you doubt yourself, okay? Remain cold. Okay, if they bring up an argument or an insult, okay, don't take it to heart. Write it down on a whiteboard and start to understand where that's coming from, what they meant to do with that, why they said what they said, okay? Tear it apart, disintegrate it, pick it apart to pieces. and understand why it's coming in. If it triggers you, Pisces, you can take it completely apart, okay, and put it back together in the way that best fits you, okay? It's about you, it's your world, you're the main character, it's your life, okay? You lay down the law. If they want to come into your life, Pisces, you get to decide who comes in and who doesn't. You've been blessed with all the tools, Pisces, and fortunately, after all the lessons, you have now everything you need, Pisces, to navigate the situation even when you don't know what's about to happen. You already know how you do it and what you do, okay, Pisces? So give yourself some credit, all right? I'm gonna go ahead and move this over to the extended, Pisces. For the ones that do resonate, we're diving deep, okay? I want to know, what are you meant to take action on? What are those hidden challenges? What is Spirit's advice? Okay, Pisces, this is all I got. I'm moving this over to the extended for the ones that do resonate. Blessings, take care.